So whenever you're given a content to write, these are the first questions you ask yourself. How can I rank for this content is the first question you want to ask. What is the keyword difficulty of that content? You want to ask that. What is the domain authority of the top ranking, the top content ranking for that topic? And what is the domain authority of the website I will publish? Yes. So whether it's you individually or you are writing for a client, you have this question is not like client to use what bring my next
Can you hear me, sir?
Okay, I can hear you now. Sorry, I had to bring my network source closer.
Okay, better.
So you can, okay, I have to go back to share my screen. Just a minute. Just let me know when it comes up.
Still loading. Okay, it's up now.
Okay, so when giving a content, ask this question: can I rank for this content? What is the keyword difficulty of this content? Do you understand? So that
yes, sir.
If, for instance, remember the example we started with is latest Moses Bliss songs. If you're given this topic or you research this topic you want to write on this topic, you don't just go blindly and start writing on it. If you write on it, will you have the option to rank for it? Or would your content just be one of the many other contents on the World Wide Web? You remember that, I don't know if you've ever done a search where you do a search and Google will tell you how many minutes and how many content it processed to give you the answer and in how many seconds it did that. Yes. So you do not want to be, you don't want to be writing content that will be floating on the net or be among the statistics. You actually want to be found. So what do? You try to tweak your content topics in a way that you will suit other search interests or search query. The reason these contents are ranking for this particular keyword is because they suit this search query. So even though you want to write on this, there are billions of people on the earth, over 7 billion. Now, those 7 billion people, they search for things differently. You agree with me that as I have written latest Moses Bliss songs, some other person will come and write what is the latest Moses Bliss song. Is that not correct? Is that not correct? If are you there?
Yes, I can hear you.
I said, just I have written what is the latest Moses Bliss song. Some other person can come and say, instead of writing what is the latest Moses Bliss song, Some other person can come and write, what is the latest Moses Bliss songs, right?
Yes, sir.
Another person can write, when did Moses Bliss release a new song, right?
Yes, sir.
All of these searches, these three queries I've used now, they are all trying to find out one thing: the latest Moses Bliss songs, right? I said this, so this. So let's use sample queries. So one, latest Moses Bliss songs. Another person can type, what is the latest Moses Bliss song? Another person will type, when did Moses Bliss release a new song? Another person can even type Moses Bliss latest song in 2024. The search intent of all of these different queries is focused on one thing. What is that, Ife? Ife, are you there? Hello, Ife.
Hello, sir. Sorry, sir. A call came in, but I put my phone on flight mode.
Okay.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. These three queries, or these four queries rather, they are all trying to find out one thing. What is that one thing they are trying to find out?
Latest songs. Moses Bliss. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, what do you say what are they trying to find out?
The latest Moses Bliss song.
Yeah, they're trying to find out the latest song by Moses Bliss, right? These search queries. And the truth is that all of these queries, when put on the search engine, will give you different results pages.
Okay.
All of these queries will give you different results pages. Your work at every point in time when writing a content is to determine in your work in SEO content research. One is to determine contents that align with your brand, determine contents that align with your website authority. So you don't want to go and be writing content that are above your website authority. So usually you should be, if your website authority is like 20, you should not be targeting content more than keyword difficulty of 40. So you should always use 10 to 20 as marks of whatever your website authority is, at least for a start. Do you understand? So determine
Yes,
content that align with your website authority. Then determine content that, so you know the reason why number one is important. You get for topical authority. I know I've mentioned it. That is why number one is important. You are interested in number one, or you're focused in number one because if you're an entertainment blog, for instance, you don't want to be writing, you don't want to go and be researching content in health, right?
yes,
In health.
yes, sir.
because you might just be wasting your time in the long run. Because whatever topic you wrote on, if a health website or brand comes and write on that topic, they probably would outrank you in the long run, right? So you want to always determine that the content aligns with your brand. You have to, your other work is to determine that the content aligns with your website authority. I said always use 10 to 20 plus, how can I do? Okay, let's do plus or minus. How can I do plus or minus? Not here, so I'll just do plus/minus 10 to 20 of what your domain authority is, right? This is, so if you understand this foundation I'm laying, if you understand it, when we start looking at how to use the manual method for research, it's easy for you. So this is your work in SEO content research, is to do this, then determine content that, using this thing, you can now determine content that you have necessary information to write on. The reason why this number 3 is important is because you don't want to go and write content that you don't have information on, and those contents will be presented or will look half-baked, you get, and no substance. So you still be wasting your time. There's a lot of investment that goes into writing web content so that you don't end up wasting your time, because all of this, you're spending a lot of resources in writing. You don't want to be wasting your time writing and creating resources that are not seen. So it's better you put in the hours and put in the work into what would work, as opposed to what can just go down the drain. So determine that, ensure you have information. If you don't have authentic information on that content, you should just leave that content for maybe people who have that information. Now, these are the 3 major things you have to do when these are the major decisions you're making when doing SEO content research. So if, for instance, back to our example, we were given that first topic, what we want to do is determine the keyword difficulty of that topic. So we could use a ratio. So let's use the first one we used. We said latest Moses Bliss songs, right? With this MOS on, we're using the manual method on, but with the manual method, you need the help of MOS installed on your system. Do you have your MOS installed on your system?
Not yet, sir, but I'll do it this evening.
So you have to install your MOS so you can use it for manual research. Now, when you install it, when you're doing manual research, it gives you an analysis of the websites that you are seeing whenever you do a search, right? It will give you the domain authority. It will even show you how many backlinks that particular page has, right? So this, for instance, I don't know why Boomplay is not showing, but you can try another. Okay, there was something that happened the other day, so I'm going to deactivate that and try putting it on again and see if it's going to show. Okay, now, so it's working. So you can see, I don't know why it's still not showing for Boomplay, but you can see the domain authority of this site is 66. The page authority is 17. The domain authority here is 29. The domain authority here is 48. Apple Music, of course, is very high. Domain authority here is 23. And then we have TikTok. So with your mental analysis, right, without, this one, you don't need calculation. You can just do, Boomplay is a top site. So their domain authority is also high, right? So their domain authority is also high. You can mute yourself, please. So the domain authority is very high. We have this other site, their own domain authority is 66. So the only two sites here with less than 30 domain authorities, this Just Niger, and DC Niger. TikTok's domain authority is almost 90 something, and same with Apple Music, same with Boomplay. So with your mental calculation, you already see that you might not see the light of the day if you go to write a content topic with this title. So Moz helps you see that. So what do you now do? You can try and tweak that title so that even though you can't rank for this one, you can have other titles that you can rank for. So Moses Bliss recent songs, MP3 download. So we can use this and see, right? Now, if we use this search, we can see the topic, the contents that are ranking high for it, and see if we can download Moses Bliss latest 2024 song, Moses Bliss Carry and Go MP3 download, you get. So this still is a bit difficult. Do you understand? So you tweak it again. I don't know why it's not showing. So let me put it on again. See. So that will load just now. You can also do a meta math. So since all of this is going this way, let's say I'm a new site with less than 10 DA. DA is domain authority. Why? I will try and see, what if I write, what is the latest Moses Bliss song, right? 2024. Let me see this. Now you're going to watch something. Download, this title says download all latest Moses Bliss song. It's not exactly this title. This one to say download latest Moses Bliss song 2024 is not exactly this title, but it shows when the person comes, the person can easily see that perhaps this page can meet that query, right? This one says Moses Bliss songs MP3 download. It doesn't say 2024. You get that? So this one has 2024. This one has 2024. This one says Moses Bliss songs. So you can see that ideally, with this particular title, none of these sites ranking on the first page have written on it this exact title, what is the latest Moses Bliss song 2024? Nobody has written on it. So it could give you the green light to write on it. In these other search phrases, Moses Bliss recent song, you would see things like Moses Bliss songs MP3 download, Moses Bliss song 2024. It shows you that it's latest. So all of these are almost relevant. But when you come here, most of them aren't. And there's possibility that when you write with this key phrase or search query, the same way this content, these pages contain this, you can have a chance of ranking with this. This simple thing I have explained is how SEO content research works with the manual method. So when you come, you can have, and one content topic leads to another content topic. So that is how we create the topical authority we are talking about, because one topic leads to another topic. So let's say, for instance, you are writing for an agri company, right? An agri company, you want to write a content for them that will help them sell their palm kernel products. So you can say palm kernel oil sellers in Nigeria, right? So this is a search phrase or query. So let's see. So this is palm kernel oil. It doesn't really say palm kernel oil sellers, right? This is Nigeria palm kernel suppliers and manufacturers. This is palm kernel oil. So nobody really has a content yet on this topic, palm kernel oil sellers in Nigeria, right? If you come here, you see palm kernel oil, kernel and palm kernel oil buyers and sellers. This is the closest thing. As you can see, no web page has it, so they had to go to social media to generate this. Same with this is from social media. So there's really no web page that has that. So here is companies that this is Nairaland, okay, this is now also closed. So there is high possibility that if your clients, they sell palm kernel and you write the content on palm kernel oil sellers in Nigeria and post it on their blog, when people make this search, they would appear. Other ways you can also look at is to say, what other searches, apart from this search I have made, you can now see people also search top 10 palm kernel oil sellers in Nigeria. You open this in another page. Where to buy palm kernel oil in Nigeria, you open this in another page. Top palm kernel oil sellers in Nigeria, you open this in another page. List of palm kernel. Remember I told you one key word leads to another one in the manual research method. One keyword leads to another in the manual research method. So you open all of these. This alone, you have gotten one topic because none of this content here is really addressing this conversation. Are you there?
Yes,
Are you
sir.
there? So none of
Yes,
the
sir.
current, so you can look, palm kernel oil sellers. If you check, this is palm kernel oil suppliers and manufacturers. This is more, you get like a business page. So, but what you're trying to do is to give a list of palm kernel oil sellers, which your client is among. You could either create a list and add them as number one in the list, or you can just create a list. So you can just see how opportunities come from keywords. So regardless of the keyword difficulty of the sites that perhaps are already ranking when this query comes up, it is clearly showing that there is a level of content gap for this search phrase. So you writing it, you might even be satisfying that gap as the first writer. And you can also see that the DA of the contents, the websites ranking for this are low, which will give you a go ahead. You can see this one is 19. You know, this is from a social media. You get, and trust me, when you write a web content, it would attract this that they put out. Anytime you see majorly social media stuff, I think people say that it's because maybe there's not enough. So the crawlers use what is already on the on social media channels to what's the word, to substantiate, right? So I'm trying to see the other domain authority of the last two, this trade foods and this other one. More has started acting up again, so let me just do this and do that. So it's still not showing me for those two sites. So what I can do is open them. Actually, I can open them in a different page, and then at the bottom, I'll be able to see what their keyword difficulty is. So this one, the domain authority is 39. So I have seen what I'm looking for. This one, I'll just wait for it. Was the domain authority is 16. So you can see that for a site with less than 20 domain authority, they can comfortably pursue that content. How much is 25 liters of palm kernel in Nigeria? You can also see bulk palm kernel oil in Nigeria. So people are asking for this question. Remember, we saw these questions in people also ask, right? So people also ask, and let's toggle this. How much is palm oil, 25 liters at Delta State? You see, people are asking. So you can see where people's interest is. You can now decide to even tweak your own title. Remember I said one search leads to another search. You can now say, instead of how much is, because of the thing we just saw here, we cannot say, oh, it means people can also be interested in this thing per state. So we can write the content in how much is 25 liters of palm kernel in Abuja, for instance, in Port Harcourt, in Asaba. We can do that for the 36 states with pre-informed information. And then somewhere for our clients that are agribusiness based, we will not put our own pricing. We can even be offering better pricing than what the average cost in that state will be. And then we now put our link and say, you can buy from us, we will give you free delivery, or do you get, or if you buy up to this number of liters, we will deliver it to your doorstep for free. This is the way you can use content to help your clients position their business. Sometimes people come, they read, they see what the average is in the state they are in, see that you are offering a better price or giving something better, you get, they will want to reach out to you. Maybe there's a contact detail, a WhatsApp they will lead to. So this alone, like I told you, this alone, if we now want to do it by state, you understand? So Gigi has, so you can just see Gigi, right? And then again, another, what's it called? Social media. So again, we can also see that there's content gap in this search phrase. So what do? We can pick this content again, or this topic. So we can pick this topic. So we can start listing them. Number one, remember we got one before. What was that other one we got that we said we can rank for? Palm kernel oil sellers in Nigeria. So we have gotten 2 topics from this, right? We've gotten 2 topics from this. So you can, remember I said we can tweak this, we can say Port Harcourt, we can see, so you see, have people written already for this? You get this. So social media. So remember that we are using, the instance I laid is that your clients are agri-based business. They have a website. By the time they write content like this, over time, they begin to build that thing we have been talking about, topical authority in terms of agriculture. The algorithms will also recognize them. When they start by writing around low-hanging fruits, like we call them low-hanging fruits in SEO, those are content that do not have a lot of search competition, and they get search traffic to their pages with those topics, it helps the algorithm to easily identify where to place them. You understand? So you can see this one, how much is 25 liters of palm kernel in Port Harcourt today? You can see Akwa Ibom. So we can even write for the 36 states. You understand? So you can see social media. It means that most agri-based websites are not even writing on this content, because if agri-based websites are writing on this content, they should be coming up. At least in the first page, we saw this is an agri-based business. This also is an agri-based business. This is an agri-based business. But what we're seeing in this other side is that they have not written. So there's a lot of content gap on this. So you can see nobody has written on this particular question, how much. So it goes to, I don't know if it was in your section where somebody was asking that, can you be the first person to write on a topic? This is how it works, that you can be the first person. Just do the research. If you can do, you wondering, oh, how can I find out how much they're saying palm kernel in those places? Sometimes even a common social media post, you can use it. You say, how much is, if you're in Uyo, please, how much is palm kernel in your place? You see all this, the sky, you can even tweak it the way that will trigger reactions. You can say something like, the prices of things have skyrocketed. I'm just wondering how much people in Uyo now buy palm kernel oil. You see people from Uyo will start commenting. You can even use the screenshot of that conversation as data to add to your content and add more credibility. You can even say, based on a recent social media survey, a lot of people spoke about it. And the algorithms like content that have a research or a level of research or individuality added to it. You can even now put the link to the tweets. So the algorithm can even read the information on that tweet just the same way it's reading the information on these social media platforms. You can read the information on that tweet or whatever platform you posted it from and merge it together and bring out and give authority to that your content. Before other people will start writing about it, you would have gained a significant share in that content. So with that process alone, you get this. So we've talked about this. Let's go to this. How much is a liter of palm kernel oil in Nigeria, right? Similar to the other examples, right? You can, I don't know why this is. So I'll just turn it off again and turn it on. Normally, it's not supposed to happen this way. I really don't know. So it's going to give me again what it is. So you can see the DA of this side 21, the DA of this 150 something, the DA flutter wave, kernel oil code pressed. What's this flutter wave writing about this? Flutter wave is okay, Jumia e-commerce, I can understand. Flutterwave is this thing. So it's even possible that you can outrank Jumia if you write a content because Jumia is e-commerce, they'll favor you. So here again is social media. So it also means again, there's a content gap. Agricultural content have a lot of content gap online, especially in Nigeria. And the reason why is because most agricultural companies are not online. The ones that are online are not even are not heavy on content marketing. So you can even start pitching with it. You can find out a lot of topics. Some of them that sell crayfish, snail, a lot of topics that there are a lot of content gap when it comes to agriculture-based websites. Agriculture-based websites have a lot of content gap that people can explore. People can explore. So that is the truth of the matter. Now, that said, let's look at the other one. So remember, like I said, agriculture-based businesses have a lot of content gap in Nigeria, especially in Nigeria. The reason is because most agriculture-based businesses are not online. The ones that are online are not even heavy with content marketing. So if you have a client that is into agri business, you would milk that area. You would write a lot of content for them. They will start seeing visibility. And if you do your writing well, that visibility can be converted to sales for them. And they will keep coming back for your services. Am I making sense? Am I making sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that is how you analyze these keywords when it comes to when you're using the free tool, right? When you're using the free tool. So this way alone, remember, one content research can open doors to other content topics. One content research, once you find one content, in your process of finding one topic, you can even find multiple topics. So, like I said, always, when you do that first work, determine that the content aligns with your brand, determine that the content aligns with your website authority, and then you determine, you ensure you have the necessary information that will make that content reach. You can go for it. Other methods you can use is, let's check Google Trends. Google Trends. You can check what are the topics trending on Google, right? And which ones can you write on or are relevant to your niche. So as we're speaking now, what the stuff's trending is football, Finland versus England, which of course we know the reason, because Nigeria loves football. Now, you can also explore and see other stuff, right? You can explore and see other stuff. You can put a search term. Let's say you want to write, so you can see hamster combat and all the conversations about hamster combat that's been trending. We could, what conversations? Can you give me one conversation that's been trending recently in Nigeria that we can use for this analysis?
Out here where I'm at, a road was recently commissioned by President Tinubu's wife.
Okay, what's her name? Road Commission. What state is that again now?
Osun State, Ile-Ife, OAU, precisely.
Okay, let's see if we can find something about it. So maybe because of my key phrase, so let me use Osun State as the key term now and see what I can find. So for Osun, breakout employment website, Deputy Governor of Osun, university, teacher profession, tuition, Osun State School of Nursing. So we might not really. Let me see. I'm just hoping we can see it. So these are just the stuff trending there. So
Okay.
maybe it's not, here, or it trended yesterday. You get we can, so if you're working with clients from other countries, you can toggle this to their country and then make search, you get according to this. So this part is for trending now. You see trending topics. So these areas, I'm supposed to show you something. So let me show you something real quick. So let's say, for instance, I don't want to use football. Football is just all over the place. There are matches going on at the moment. So, but so let's say, for instance, THAAD missiles. So I'm just going to copy this. So how can you use this? You're just going to copy this. Use the same process. You get, check it. You get, what is it about? You get, you see the sites ranking for it. So you can't compete, right? You can't compete. So you try to use the question approach and see if you really want to write about that. You can say, what is THAAD missile all about, right? Of course, there are people that will ask this question, and this website already has answered the question. So it's also a red flag for you to say, don't go. You get, because Google has even created a rich snippet. So if you go, you might just be among the statistics. So you can see the sites ranking for it. So the sites, see their domain authority, 80. So that's just, it's just quick, it's just simple. Don't go. That's the simple thing about this. Unless maybe it's just necessary, maybe you already developed new site before you can put your head. So this is how that analysis works. So, but there's another thing. What is the world's most famous missile defense system? So even though this is not related to it. I'll just try to show you. You could do this and just see. So the question is already answered, but I want to see if we can even have a chance of ranking if we try pursuing the search phrase. So in 95, 97, 30, 97, 90, 90. So it's also a no-go area. So what do? You leave that topic for the people who have the strength to rank for it. So you search for other topics. You can either go to the next page or extend this from 25 pages to 50, from 25 searches now to 50. You get, so Man United, Tottenham, Polar national team, Rwanda, so Iran nuclear. So you can just see stops, Belarus, Netherlands. So that's how these Google Trends work. So another, this thing you could use is answer the public. So answer the public, you can use answer the public. So for instance, you talked about, what's this Tinubu's wife's name now? So let me just do this. So let me just use this. I'm going to tweak something and show you. So let's say, for instance, we use this. We want to see what are people searching online. Let's say we're a news website. We want to write content about the search name. So we want to see, can Tinubu speak Hausa? Can Tinubu be impeached? Oh my God. Can Tinubu go to America? You understand? So these are questions people are asking. So answer the public, this is a free tool. It gives you 3 searches, but you get tons of questions. Imagine, okay, let's type that first question. Let's take that first question. Can Tinubu go to America? As a question, let's see. Full list of countries Tinubu visited since becoming president, right? Let's see if there's particularly any site that has dealt with that question. Tinubu off to New York for Sunday, you get Nigeria's bans public funding. So there's really no website that has answered that question. You get, even though these other sites are showing that, oh, Tinubu has done 1 or 2 things, but there's really no website that has answered this question, can Tinubu go to America? So you could possibly write it and you find out that you start ranking for it. Not because this or that, but because you are the one particularly that has answered this question. And this kind of a content can just be straight to the point because it's going to be good for a news website. You just say, a lot of people have been asking about the president, the current president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and if he can go to America. The truth is that, yes, he can go to America, simple and short. But why a lot of people were thinking he can't go for America, you can at least some of the reasons why people thought he can't go for America, give some other instances, and you can even add other countries that he can visit without even going with the visa and blah, blah, blah. Then just wrap it up in 500 words. You can get a ton of traffic just with this, because there will be the skeptic who will be coming to think, or maybe they want to come and see that, no, he can't go to America because of this or that or that. Do you understand? So that is how Answer the Public helps you. You can also check what are Tinubu plans for Nigeria. You get, people are asking this question. So you can also use this. You get, just open this in a new tab. If you don't want to copy it out, open in a new tab. Nigeria's Tinubu plans, you get. So even though this is the first content ranking, you know that this content actually does not satisfy this phrase. This is not really what he's asking. The search intent of this particular search is to know what he plans to do throughout his dispensation. So your work as a writer now is to look at to find out the data, or when he was doing his campaign promises, what were the plans he said he would give to Nigeria, or what were the plans he said he would achieve? You get? So again, there are really no content addressing that particular search phrase, you get, despite the fact that other contents are ranking, they do not really satisfy this. So another thing we're going to now add in our list when searching for content is the contents ranking for the search queries. Do they really satisfy the search intent of that search? So you can agree with me, Efe, that we've seen a couple of contents that were ranking for a search query, but the truth is that they did not really satisfy, or they are not really satisfying the search query. So this is where we talk about content gap. Yes, a lot has been written, but there are a lot of areas where there are still gaps here and there. Do you understand? Are you with me?
Yes,
So
sir.
Answer the Public can help you do that. There are a lot. So if I was working for a news site, you get, and I don't just want to be writing tons of content, I want to show my work, I would do my research properly so that I know that the topics I'm writing for them is bringing them traffic, and I can always, they will know that my contents bring them traffic. I will not lose my job easily because my contents help me bring traffic. It's the same way it works for brands, individuals. If your content, the right for your clients, are helping them bring traffic, reasonable traffic that satisfy the reason for their writing, you will not lose your job, and you can mark up at any time. And the better you get at what you do, the better you can even charge for your services. Am I communicating? So you can do this for any search phrase. That's also how you use Answer the Public. You can use Ahref, free keyword generator. This is another way, Ahref free keyword generator. What we're discussing for Omar that just joined, we're looking at how to do topic research using free SEO tools. So depending on wherever you want to target, you can toggle this and find out. You can also put a keyword. Let's say, for instance, Tinubu again. Oh, no, let's not use that. Let's use who are we going to use now? Adeboye. Let's use Adeboye. Let's say we use this. So I'm just going to toggle this and find where Nigeria is and pick Nigeria. So I have it there. So I find keywords related to Adeboye, right? What are people asking about him? So I'm just going to verify that I'm a human. And this is going to load. So I'm going to see Dare Adeboye. So, but really, because I did not specify, let me change that to Pastor Adeboye, right? So that, because my intent is actually Pastor Adeboye. So I'm going to change that to Pastor Adeboye and then do this again. So you want to write content on Pastor Adeboye that will help you rank or bring traffic to your site. This can happen for anything at all. It could be soap, it could be gin, it could be spa treatment. Maybe you write for a spa company. It could be a tech company. The same way you just put these keywords, you start analyzing. So Pastor Adeboye live service today, Pastor Adeboye children. So you can pick. So he's saying this keyword, the difficulty is easy. So you can copy, who is Pastor Adeboye's spiritual father? So these are questions, as you can see, people are asking. You will not go, once you see them, you will not go, you get multiple of them, can say, Pastor Adeboye children. So media Adeboye is the official website, right? You see, I would have had 12 children. So Pastor Adeboye's children, interesting facts about all kids. So this is the only site yet that has satisfied this search query. Some people mocked me when I lost my son. So you can see that maybe people have not really written about Pastor Adeboye's children. You get Pastor Adeboye children. So what late Pastor Adeboye? So this, again, a lot of the search on this page are not satisfying this search query. So are you seeing how you can find content, Pastor Adeboye children and grandchildren? So you can check, this again leads you to another one. You can check and see if this Pastor Adeboye's children, interesting fact. So children, remember this search query is for children and grandchildren. You can now do your research properly so that you find out the list of all his children, what they do, his grandchildren, what they do. You create your content, publish, and then you go. This is that other search we saw. Who is Pastor Adeboye's spiritual father? Remember, we saw it here. Where is it? Who is Pastor? Are you seeing it? If you are you seeing it? So this same
Yes, sir.
question,
Yes, sir.
you can see it is also here on Google. So remember I told you one search leads to another. So you can open it up. Who is Pastor Adeboye spiritual? So a site here is saying Pastor Adeboye once declared that Umar Opa is his spiritual father. You can see that. And again, so you can track and try to see which one is correct, you get, and see if you can. So I think with this alone, the searchers might find their results here. So you might want to save your stress, you get, on writing that topic, you get. Who is Pastor Kumuyi's spiritual father? So you can see questions people ask. Let's say you're a Christian blogger, you get, so this is how it works. This is how it works. So anyone that doesn't suit, if it's the one that contents are not even satisfying the search queries yet, you pursue them. If it's the one that contents are already satisfying them, but you can create better content, you put your head. But what you want to even look for most of the time are contents that people have not really addressed, as opposed to trying to drag position with in contents that people have addressed. So there are lots of ways you can use that method. When you have your mouse on, you can do that. You can even go to the question, because that's phrase match. Excuse me. You can go to the question session, and how old is, okay, that's okay, when the question session, sorry. Right? Were we? Okay, so now we're coming to the question session. So we can go to the question session and see some other question related. So you can do this for anything at all. Anything at all. Then you double check it with on Google, and then use your mouse to do that. You can do this for anything. What can I use now? The ideas in my head. What businesses? Rice. So the rice price. Can I use that? Let me use that and see. You get and see. I don't know why agriculture related and Christian related topics have been on my lips. Bag of rice price. You get basmati rice price. You get, let's say for instance, your client again, or you write for an agri company. You get, these are contents you can approach, and as you see them, you check them if they have space for you to pursue. And as you can see, even the keyword difficulty is showing you that easy, so you can pursue them before you write about 5 or 10 of these. Even if those 10, and you create those 10 pages, even if those 10 pages bring in 10 visitors per month, for those 10 pages is 100. Imagine that those 100 pages, because these contents are contents that people can come and read, and from there convert to clients, you get. And imagine if out of those 100 people that come and visit, 2 or 3 convert to customers from those pages. Would the clients keep you, or would they not keep you?
They would pick us.
All right, so that is how it works. So these are the I've shown you using the general Google search I've shown you using Google Trends. I've shown you using Answer the Public, and I've shown you using Ahref free keyword generator. This is a summary, right? This is a summary. The more detailed conversation is in the replay that I'm going to share with you guys. And that one is very long, but you also have these. There are things I covered in this that you would not find in that one. And there are more details in that one that would not be found in this one. So that is what I have to cover for this evening. I would take questions now. So questions.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, you're welcome.
Just one question. Like, for this topic checks that we've been doing to check for content gap and see the ranks and everything, are they
Yes.
also applicable to social media topics or areas one could write around?
Yes, they
Or
are.
just
They are
for
applicable.
articles and websites? Okay.
No, they are also applicable. They are also applicable. But it's just that the thing with the social algorithms and their process is a bit different from search engine algorithms. So social algorithms use a kind of different signals. So they use clicks, that's like, they use like, shares as their ranking factors. And really, for social media, people do not just go and start searching, you understand? But in few of the times, people can search for stuff, either, for instance, for Google, LinkedIn that has search option. People can go and search for, let's say, CV writer in Port Harcourt within LinkedIn, you get. But for social medias like Twitter, unless maybe they are searching for your handle name, people do not really go about searching. So what really works for those content is likes and clicks. Where this applies is that the conversation, the questions are usually almost similar. Do you understand? If people are going on Google to ask Pastor Adeboye children, or who is Pastor Adeboye's spiritual son or spiritual father, also there will be people on social media that would likely want to also read that content. Is that not correct? So if, let's say, you have a Christian blog, you can write the blog you can create the full content on your blog, share a part of it on your page, and then put a link for people who now want to read more to now follow that and go to your blog where they can now read the fuller information. Do you get it? So that's how it can combine.
All right, sir.
Okay. Choma, you joined us late. Were you able to follow what we're doing?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Though
Okay.
I was a bit distracted because I had not settled home.
Okay.
I got some things, and I also got the question that if he was asking if what we're saying is also for social media or it was for only web. And I actually understand some of the explanation, but later I can go through the YouTube video.
Okay. So how I'm going to advise that you people go through it is that check this one. This is like a concise version. Then you check, the other one is more detailed. There are a lot of things I did not cover here. So that is SEO 3. You check that. That is more, but start with this. This is concise, right? This is concise. There are things I covered here that I did not cover there. But that one, you have to go through it to get a fuller conversation. We're supposed to have a class tomorrow where I'm going to talk about what's it called? The using paid tools. But I want you guys to be able to digest this one. I want you guys to be able to digest this one. And then I'm going to drop assignments for you guys on this. So you have to go through the 2 videos between this night and tomorrow. So instead of that Monday, we're going to have the class on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, yes. Tuesday, yes. So I'm hoping to add you guys to the final class I'm going to have with these other guys. I want you guys to join in that final class. So I'm wrapping everything. So I'm trying to rush you guys. So if you guys are quick enough to go through the replays of these 2 videos, we have a class Tuesday. I can also have another class Wednesday. And by Thursday, you guys will wrap up with these other people. So that is it. I've not been seeing your daily challenges. You've not been following through. There are a lot of things I've just been praying blind eyes to. You guys
No, I've been
really,
posting,
really,
sir.
okay, if it has. So I don't know, in the group, we have a couple of people. How many classes we've had now? Only how many people showed up? 2 people, 3 people? And it's not really, these were part of the things I said in the beginning that I'm just hoping I don't get a regret. But at least the 2 of you have been consistent, so that's enough, enough compensation for it. Because out of 10 people, only the 2 of you have been attending classes all this while. It's something else. So continue with your writing, share what you're learning. Use that to put yourself out there, and I'll guide as much as I can. Like I said, the training is coming to an end on the 15th. We're wrapping up for this session on the 15th. We're starting another training session for the next batch. So if you have friends, relatives who would or who you need them to learn, sometimes it might be siblings, they don't have tech skill, drag them to come and register, they meet our requirements, we join them in, and they get this same level of training. And I'm just giving this out for free. This is going to be the last edition. This one comes in the last edition. So everything we've offered to you guys, we're also going to give to them. So if you have such, whether it be fellowship members, be it wherever they are, however you can get access to them, help them to help themselves. A lot of people need digital skills, and one of our work or one of the things we're trying to do is to help people achieve it, and help one another. So it's just a pity that some people are not really grabbing the opportunity. So you have experienced it. If you have people, the flyer should be out by tomorrow to be shared in the group. Share the links to your friends. Tell them to register. Tell them what they will gain. They can always use this and monetize this and gain a lot for themselves. This is going to be the last set this one that is coming that I'm going to train. It's also going to be 1 month. That one will start by November. That one will start November 1st and end 30th or somewhere 28th of November. Same number of classes, same things you're going. So I don't need to tell you guys what they stand to gain. So you can tell the people you love and the people that need this, you get to come and be a part of it. So thank you so much, and we'll call it a night. Of course, if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the group or send me a DM, and I will guide as much as I can.
Thank you very much, sir.
Right.
Thank you very
good night.
much, sir.
All right, good night. I have to go now so I can prepare for the next class. Bye.
Good night, sir. Bye.